Hi everybody, this side MANISH MITRA from Samarpan Soft Skills, welcoming you all on today's very important webinar on communication. As communication is a very wide subject, today I will be focusing on a very special or essential ingredient. What is the base for an effective communication? Before commencing this video on communications, I would request to all of you to kindly just watch the video full, as in the end of the video there will be a cautionary format which you will be answering, and the answer too will be given, and I will be providing the PPT as well. So watch this video till the end. I remember the words said by George Bernard Shaw. The biggest problem in the communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. As communication is an essential or an effective tool, this life skill can be developed. Yes, I firmly believe, because I too developed this skill. Before starting on the session on communication from your sides, what are your blind spots? Do I smile too much while communicating? Do I keep my head down? Do I slouch? Do I maintain my eye contacts properly while communicating? Kindly answer these questions truly from your end. Communication is the art and process of sharing the ideas, and effective communication depends on the richness of those ideas. The process of communication involves the encoder, the sender, and the receiver, the decoder. Through this, the communication process takes place, and in this aspect, one essential element is there, and that is context. Context is the environment. Is the environment negative or positive one? The context cannot be the same while you're talking with your boss in an organization and while you're talking with your friend in a canteen. They are totally different. So context is important. But what is the purpose of communication? The purpose of communication is informing, influencing, teaching, is for image building. Rightly said by Albert Mehrabin, 7% of your communication is verbals, 38% of your communication is paraverbals, and rest 55% is non-verbals. So communication can be divided into verbals, paraverbals, and non-verbals. The verbals is through language, the vocals. The non-verbals, it can be in the form of the body language, the facial gestures, the hand movements. It's all non-verbals. Then comes the paraverbals, communicating by what you say, but how you say it, that's important. A large part of communication is non-verbals. So I mean to say, what you convey through your body language or the eyes is just as powerful as through your words. So the elements of communication is that your tone of voice, your body language, as I've talked regarding the Albert Mehrabin theory. Now let's come to a very important part which I was beginning of the session, and that ingredient, the essential ingredient, is active listening. Now what is active listening? So active listening is a listening that focuses entirely on what the other person is saying. So active listening is basically concerned with understanding the other people, other person emotions. So active listening plays a very crucial part in becoming an effective communicator. So the rules for active listening is: don't judge, don't interrupt, don't jump to conclusions, don't be selfish, don't tune out. So these are the steps for effective active listening techniques, rules to how you can become an effective active listener. So first is pay attention, defer judgments, and respond appropriately. So through this, you can understand the reality of becoming an effective communicator. One very important aspect, and that is smiling. Smiling is considered universally as a very effective tool in influencing the peoples. It creates a lasting impression on the people or the audience. So keep on smiling, and that is an effective tool in communication as well. So today, in today's webinar, I have focused on the purpose of communication, the process of communication, the elements of communication, and what is an effective tool in building for an effective communicator, and that is I've emphasized on the active listening part. So in the end of the session, you will be given a questionnaire regarding active listening, and the answer is also given. Kindly just attempt this small exercise. It will be very, very useful for all of you, whether you are working as a professionals or as students will be. They may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So that is also part of the effective communication. The more you're able to understand your own emotions during communication, the more effective you become in understanding the non-verbal behaviors. So this is a secret. Listening effectively is the heart of the dialogue, as it engages all the ideals of an effective talk. So active listening is very important. And in the end, I wish to say, please attempt this questionnaire. It will be very beneficial for you, and I will be showing a verb 1 PPT as well. Just observe it very carefully. In front of you is a questionnaire listening criteria format. On the left side are 7 points which you have to tick yourself, and on the top right side, which is written in the form of always, usually, often, rarely, never, is the points, the scores. So kindly fill this format and see to yourself to what extent you are an effective listener. And the answer is given on the next slide. Kindly see to the answer very carefully. Thank you. So here I end this session today, today's webinar on the communication, and I hope you have enjoyed the session. But a small request to you, please do comment about this session, about this webinar, how you liked it, and what were your scores if you want to share with me. And really thanks a lot to you. Bye till